a shotgun rider, cruise through the country, maybe pulling all-nighter. Every little body needs a Clyde decider. Come on, baby, be my shotgun rider.
Let's get back here for another edition of The Scoop. Team just got back into town late last night. Headed down to Louisiana. Let's talk about the trip a bit.
Well, just got back from Tulane. Not a real good weekend for us in terms of the baseball diamond. But you know, you really can't help. But when you're going down there, I thought it would be a great experience for our kids, given the fact that Hurricane Katrina. And so, you know, prior to the baseball weekend, I want to show the viewers this. What we had a chance to do with our guys. We actually took our guys around on a bus and looked at. I was just really moved by still what is the complete devastation of a community in some areas. As you can see, we're traveling here. You know, it became infamous through the pictures and news of the lower Ninth Ward there in New Orleans. You can see here just right where the levee broke, and then where all the flooding and all the homes that are missing. And a neat thing there, you know, with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have come through there and are starting to try to revitalize that area. But you really get an idea, and it was, you know, it kind of put things in perspective for our kids. So before all the baseball stuff, we got a chance to see that. And, you know, one of the famous people there in the lower Ninth Ward, you got a chance to see old Fats Domino, where he grew up and where he resided, but apparently he's not there anymore. But his house, as you can see there. But we want to take advantage of that experience as well as the baseball.
Yeah, certainly a good experience, I think, especially for the younger guys, and obviously the benefits they get to see that. You know, some people aren't so fortunate. We also had a great bus driver. Our guy T knew all about it, had tons of trivia for us, all kinds of answers. So that part of the trip, certainly good. Not so good on the field.
Well, no. I mean, well, no. In terms of results, yeah. I mean, in terms of results, it was an interesting. It was an interesting trip for us because, you know, as I've said numerous times, early in the season we're trying to learn our team, and I think we did learn some things. You know, we've got to get better in our starting pitching, more consistent, I guess. And I thought Joey, I mean, he had a solid outing, but he only got us 4 innings in. Of course, Chad struggled in his, and he's, you know, and he's more than capable of doing well, but it really extended our bullpen. But on the flip side of that, it gave us a chance to see some guys do really, really well out of the bullpen. So I was excited about that. We're still not firing offensively right now, but we were in a position to win every game. Of course, you want to win those games, but at the same time, we're still down there learning our team. And I didn't realize how young we were until you pointed it out to me, but I think we were starting, 5 or 6 freshmen.
6 on Sunday.
6 on Sunday, and the guys, you know, the younger guys have really performed well, and I think there's a really good mix there. But I don't like losing 3. You know, we made too many mistakes. They capitalized on it, but at the same time, I think we came away with some positive things as well.
Another positive thing from the weekend, got to play in quite a nice atmosphere, a good facility. I understood you took the camera, got a little bit
yeah. I mean, one of my favorite things, and whether it's Wrigley Field or Fenway Park, one of my favorite things to do is that initial walk in a ballpark. You walk in, you kind of walk, and seeing that field for the first time. And yeah, so I grabbed the camera there on game 1, before game 1, and kind of show the viewers here what I got to experience and maybe get a look. But certainly a beautiful facility. Tulane did an excellent job hosting us, and you know, their coach said to me after the game, Kyle, he says, really enjoyed playing you guys. Well, I'm sure you did, Coach, beating us 3 games. But no, they were first-class hosts, and
absolutely,
you know, wish them well. They have a nice ball club, and appreciated the trip. I'm going to take you through my favorite view in the park. Is right when you walk in, we go out that porthole and see the baseball field. So this is what we see coming into to the Tulane game before game 1. So just come with me. Walking down through the entrance here, we're going down into the dugout. Well, the dugout. That's my favorite look of the time. You just get to walk out here, walk out there and see the ballpark. Little pregame infield. Nice little ballpark.
Skip, we had some individuals that performed pretty well. First one comes to my mind, Trace Knobloch.
Yeah, I mean, Nobby did a really good job for us. You know, was consistent offensively, which he understands his role. You know, and it's really Trace's first time to have a chance to get out there consistently with the departure of Sabre, and he's taken advantage of that and providing some very solid leadership for us. You know, so I really loved Chad Clark.
First pitch you ever saw in college baseball.
First collegiate pitch, he knocks it over the left field wall, and those of you, if you know Chad, I mean, he's all about
Listed at 5'7", 155, and I think that might be a stretch.
Yeah, so I had the fans in my ear all weekend, and then they see Chad walking to the plate, and they're all over me, and then boom, he takes that first pitch. So thank you, Chad, for quieting them down. But no, I mean, again, there were some good things, and we certainly need to get better in taking care of the ball. But I thought Matt Dearden was a warrior this weekend too, and what he did on the mound and taking the ball, and Drew again was more than willing. So it's going to be good. We just gotta find a way to close them out.
And I think it'd be tough not to mention another two freshmen. Chris Soika, another 3-run home run. He's drove in 10 runs already this year. And how about Kyle Hart with a nice solid start on Sunday?
Absolutely. I mean, again, the freshman theme here, but yeah, Kyle Hart gave us a quality start, and I was proud of him for that. And yeah, Soika's been doing a tremendous job of driving the baseball, doing some things above and beyond his years a little bit. But as soon as our other guys start hitting a little bit, we mix that with those freshmen, I think we're going to be okay.
Let's get into this week's questions and pictures of the week.
This looks like a family thing here. Mark Donato. This comes from San Diego out there. Will the new stadium have an impact on the Cream and Crimson series next fall? I don't think we'll be playing on it because it'll still be under construction, so I don't think it will impact it. I know you're going to be in town for the Michigan State IU football game. You want to catch some baseball. You can still catch it, Mark. You and the 12 others that will be with you, you can still catch it there up at Old Sembauer's. We'll be using Sembauer for the fall until the stadium is completed by right before the season, 2013 season. No more questions, Kyle?
Rolling into pictures. That's all we got for this week.
Well, here you have, I tell you, Big Z, assistant coach Zach there. Looks like he's got his little team huddled around. Looks like the Bloomington North high school cafeteria, and all the boys sporting their gear there, the Hoosier gear. I love it. And Zach Mesger, he's got them under control. Looks like they're en route. Need to split those kids up during lunch. It
looks like a bit of trouble to me.
And I love this one because this is my father, Big Smitty there, and then my father-in-law, Lynn Derbyshire. But we have a converted Michigan State fan, I understand. They're down in Florida. They caught our games at Big Ten, Big East. But Greta Holland here apparently is a big-time Michigan State fan, I believe, or Michigan. But you can tell Big Smitty and father-in-law there, they did their work and converted her to an IU fan. So, Greta, we love it. Keep it up and rub that in your parents' face.
So not only are the Donatos, they're former Michigan State fans still, but there's some Hoosier fans. Greta has joined the Hoosier Nation.
Greta, be an Indiana Hoosier fan the rest of your life. You look good in those colors. Stay there.
Coming up this week for Indiana, we head on the road once again. East Tennessee State headed to Johnson City, Tennessee. 3-game set with the Buccaneers.
Well, again, we learned a little bit more and just trying to figure it out and have it right by conference. But I like what the guys. I think guys are buying in. We are young. I realize that. We don't use that as an excuse. We got to live with a couple things. We made some mental errors early. But as long as we learn from that, I feel good about our chances this weekend to learn more about our baseball team. And so catch us next week after the series. We'll be right back here with Skip Scoop, and we want more questions next week. This is crazy. One question? You're better than that.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special news bulletin direct via satellite from our on-the-spot task force.
Indiana Baseball's Chris Soika has been named the Big Ten Co-Freshman of the Week. Soika hit .500, slugged at a .917 clip, and now leads the Big Ten Conference with 10 runs batted in their 2012 season. For all the latest news on Indiana baseball, head to IUHoosiers.com.